Amidst the multitude of beliefs that have proliferated among humanity over the centuries, half of the world's population finds refuge in the monotheistic Abrahamic faiths, seeking meaning in the devotion to a single, all-powerful God. While the dominant monotheistic faith offers comfort and structure to billions, it is in the less visible currents of these same traditions that we find the most esoteric and mystical aspects of spirituality. Deep within Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, there lies a rarer path, one that transcends traditional rituals for a more intimate and personal encounter with the divine. This mystical quest, often mistakenly interpreted as a New Age invention, is in fact a road as ancient as the very concept of divinity. The pursuit of direct contact with the divine is not a novelty of the modern era, but a millennia-old practice. Long before the advent of monotheism, humanity was exploring personal spirituality, seeking answers and meaning in the depths of their own souls. This ancestral impulse reflects the eternal restlessness of human beings, their desire to transcend the limitations of the physical and the material, achieving a deeper understanding of themselves and the universe. Madame Helena Blavatsky, an enlightened of 19th century mysticism, advocated for this search for an inner God, a higher self that resides in each of us, accessible not through strenuous study, but through deep, intuitive wisdom. In an increasingly fragmented world, where the search for meaning and purpose becomes ever more urgent, the enigmatic figure of Madame Blavatsky commands attention. A woman who dedicated her life to unraveling the secrets of the universe and sharing her insights with humanity. Madame Blavatsky, with her profound interest in hidden mysteries, delved into altered states of consciousness through which she sought access to wisdom beyond conventional knowledge. Mysticism, at its core, explores these transcendental dimensions, often manifesting in phenomena like telepathy and extrasensory perception, indicative of a human capacity for communication and perception beyond the 5 physical senses. These altered states, accessible through mystical practices, open doors to direct experiences of the divine, challenging orthodox interpretations of the sacred. Esoteric practices and interpretations, as explored by Madame Blavatsky, often challenge conventions and provoke controversy. The Gnostic approach to spirituality, which values the direct experience of the divine above established doctrines, includes practices that reinterpret traditional concepts like celibacy and chastity, not as moral impositions, but as tools for spiritual transmutation. These practices, though often misunderstood, seek the purification and elevation of consciousness, facilitating a more intimate union with the sacred. Through the lens of Gnostic Cabala, Madame Blavatsky invites us on a path of self-discovery and transformation in pursuit of the true wisdom that resides within. This wisdom, posited by her, emanates from a place beyond the mind, a realm reached through breaking with the ego. To achieve this wisdom, one must go beyond the trivial consciousness we think we know. Mysticism, with its diverse practices from meditation to rituals, serves as the vehicle for this journey, a quest not of the mind, but of the soul. Often, telepathy and clairvoyance are seen as topics on the fringes of traditional science, treated more as curiosities than as genuine human capabilities. However, these abilities can be considered natural parts of human potential, revealed in special moments of spiritual connection. Imagine for a moment that our mind has the ability to send and receive information intuitively, or to have glimpses of knowledge that transcend time and space. It's as if an invisible network exists connecting all minds, allowing us to access and share thoughts and perceptions in ways we are only beginning to understand. At the heart of this discussion is Gnosticism, an ancient spiritual tradition that invites us to seek divine knowledge in a very personal and intimate way. Unlike organized religions, which often rely on collective rituals and doctrines, Gnosticism suggests an inward journey in search of the divinity that resides within us. It invites us to a journey of personal discovery, where the goal is to find and align with the divine spark we all carry within. This path is not simple or obstacle-free. We face internal and external challenges, from societal skepticism to doubts that arise within ourselves. However, it is precisely this challenging search that makes the Gnostic journey so transformative. By delving into the depths of our being, we begin to understand that true wisdom is not something acquired, but something revealed. It's an awakening to the reality that each of us is, in essence, a unique expression of the divine. Though it is an inner and very personal quest, Madame Blavatsky, with her pioneering vision, shows us that spirituality is not a solitary path. She emphasizes the importance of community, of sharing knowledge and experiences, and of compassion as foundations for spiritual growth. True evolution, according to her, occurs when we connect with others on a deep level, recognizing the divinity in each being. This not only enriches our individual journey, but contributes to the collective elevation of human consciousness. In the quest for meaning and self-knowledge, the Cabala emerges as a valuable guide for the soul. This ancient Jewish tradition, full of symbols and secret teachings, goes beyond the study of God and the universe, offering a tool for understanding creation and our place in it. Madame Blavatsky, in her relentless quest for truth, delved into the Cabala, recognizing it as a key to unlocking the mysteries of existence. The Cabala teaches us that everything in the universe is connected by a complex network of energies and vibrations. The Cabala is not just theoretical, but is a living practice that leads us to a direct experience of the sacred. It invites us to go beyond external answers and seek the revelation of the divine within us. By integrating the Cabala into our Gnostic journey, we expand our understanding of the universe and ourselves. We learn to transcend material limitations and achieve higher states of consciousness, aligning our lives with divine flows. This wisdom, explored and shared with passion by Madame Blavatsky, reminds us that we are much more than we appear. We are spiritual beings in constant evolution, connected to each other and to the whole. The spiritual journey proposed by Madame Blavatsky, rooted in Cabala and Gnosticism, is not limited to theoretical studies or abstract reflections. It manifests in concrete actions and daily choices that reflect a commitment to personal growth and transformation. We start with meditation and contemplation, practices that deeply connect us with the divine and allow us to internalize the lessons of the Cabala and Gnosticism. These moments of stillness are windows to the infinite, sacred spaces where we can hear the subtle voice of wisdom flowing through us. Living the Sephirot, the divine emanations that structure reality according to the Cabala, guides us to seek balance and harmony. Each Sephirot resonates with specific qualities like wisdom, understanding, and compassion. Keeping a spiritual journal is another valuable practice. This act of recording our experiences, reflections, and discoveries is a powerful means of self-knowledge. By putting our thoughts on paper, we confront our shadows, celebrate our lights, and map the soul's journey with honesty and introspection. True spiritual wisdom is not limited to self-knowledge. It manifests in how we relate to the world around us. Through compassion and empathy, we recognize the divine spark in every being and honor that connection with acts of kindness and service. Gnosis, the deep spiritual knowledge, teaches us that we are all part of the same divine source. By recognizing this truth, we can transcend selfishness and cultivate an attitude of love and care for all beings. The true power of ancient wisdom lies in its ability to transform the world, one heart at a time. Through compassion, knowledge, and sharing, we can build a more just, loving, and prosperous future for all. The practice of Cabala and Gnosticism is a living journey, a continuous process of awakening and transformation. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we contribute to the elevation of individual and collective consciousness. Gnostic practices, with their esoteric interpretations, represent an effort to transmute the spiritual into a lived and direct experience, often in contrast to established norms. The secret wisdom of the Cabala, an integral part of the fabric of spiritual traditions, serves as a vehicle for this transmission of esoteric knowledge, connecting the individual directly to the divine source. This path of knowledge and spiritual transformation, though controversial, underscores a constant search for truth, influencing and being influenced by varied historical contexts. The influence of esoteric knowledge, so deeply investigated by Madame Blavatsky, is not confined to the religious or spiritual realm. Throughout history, occultism has permeated various cultures and ideologies, shaping social and political movements. These influences highlight the complex interaction between esotericism and major world events. Blavatsky's journey, therefore, not only revives ancient wisdoms, but also illuminates their lasting impact on cultural and historical dynamics. Blavatsky's message is timeless and resonates still today. The Gnostic path is an invitation to recognize and embrace our spiritual nature. It challenges us to question, to explore, and to transcend the limitations imposed by conventional beliefs. If this video made sense to you, write in the comments, "It makes sense to me." Remember to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive all the latest teachings.